So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose.
Hi everybody, Martha here. So we're gonna do a review about Fantastic Beasts and Fantastic Beasts and the Secret of Dumbledore. But before we begin this review, I kind of want to let you guys know I might sound sad, probably for a long time, for a while, in my videos, because I've told you guys that I moved away. I did not tell you guys why I moved away, but now you guys get to know why. For the past 3 months, I've been taking care of my dad who has cancer, and he sadly 3 days ago passed away from it, and I don't know how you get over, and it's very sad to see him like that. I did see him when he died, and I don't think you ever get over this kind of stuff. So if I do sound sad in any of my videos, and you guys will, you guys watch this one, you guys will know why. And if you don't watch this one, you can leave a comment down below, ask why you sound sad, and I'll answer it. And I made sure with my family it's okay if I did this. I let you guys know, okay? Because I don't think it's fair that you guys don't know why I was sad. So I'm gonna go into the review in the other room, but if you guys can do some praying for our family, you can, and leave comments down below and saying sorry for your loss. Yeah, my condolences. Thank you. So let's go and do the review in the other room with pictures, okay? So my dad's name was Cleo Butler the Third.
Clean.
So clean. So let's get the review started.
Hi everybody, Martha here. Now let's talk about the movie. Now you guys know what's going on in me in real life. So, sorry if you hear stuff in the background, but usually it doesn't show up in this. But anyway, so I wasn't really gonna go and see Secrets of Dumbledore because what's going on with two of the actors. Well, one actor that was going to be in this movie but got replaced, and the other one who should probably got in replaced, but the movie was already made when he did this. But he should have got replaced for what he did a couple years ago. But Warner Brothers are a weird company, but because they say it's okay to abuse your wife, but it's not okay. But they say it's okay not to abuse your wife, which Johnny Depp never did, as far as I know. It was Amber Heard, but it's okay to choke a woman. I don't know. Is it because Ezra is bisexual? Is non is bisexual or not non not bilingual. I don't know the difference between those two. You can tell me. But I don't know how is judged in this world anymore. I see if somebody does something wrong, they get punished. They should get punished for it, not because of what gender they are or what how they do politics. People should just get punished for when they do something wrong. But we're not talking about that. If you want to talk about that in the comments and say you're wrong, that's fine by me. I'm not gonna change my mind about it, but that's how I was raised. But anyway, this movie, I part of me didn't want to see this movie because the last one kind of sucked. Mine, so not even before what happened last time. I even have real life with these actors, um, because there was a lot of the whole thing with the boat made no sense to me, and they had a lot of retcons in the last one. I mean, this one does correct that one of the retcons, so it kind of made up for it. But we still have to see the character that they retcon in this movie, and there's still somewhat retcons in this movie. I think this one's done better than the last one. Um, what I mean, people have done port keys out of Hogwarts before, so I don't think um, I should count that as a retcon. But there is still at least another retcon with the fact that Jacob can see Hogwarts since he's literally inside of it, even though he's a Muggle, and we know that he's not supposed to be able to see it. But I mean, they kind of did that pretty good in the second movie because he looked like he was bewildered in the second movie, not knowing what's going on. That one time, like the very end of the movie, the last movie, and he was just looking to see, am I supposed to see something here? But in this one, he was actually in Hogwarts talking to the students, and the Slytherins tricked him, which makes sense because he's a Muggle, and Slytherins are jerks in this world, and always hate Muggles and half-bloods, so and Muggleborns. So of course they would make fun of um, Jacob here. So let's get started with the plot, and I'll maybe if I'll get to things I don't like and things I do like along the way. Um, so this movie starts off like in a restaurant, a Muggle restaurant, and both Wizard Dumbledore and Wizardvolve, I think. I have a hard time saying his name. Um, but like discuss their past relationships and the fact that he's telling Dumbledore he cannot stop him because he's so high horse on himself. I think this actor who replaced Johnny Depp here, I never blamed him for what happened. His he's just getting a paycheck really, and getting a job. I don't blame him at all. It's not his fault. Um, I think he did a great job. The sad thing is we never really saw Johnny Depp and Jude Law um, interact. So then we get to see these two interact. So it's different. So and they do mention the fact that Dumbledore loved him, and but they don't really say if Griswold um, loved him. And that was always like the hardest part since in that book. It was so hard because it didn't get revealed that Dumbledore was gay till after the book came out. For people who don't know, and that was revealed on Twitter. And you can in the book you almost mistake them for being best friends since you don't know about it until after the book. because since I was alive when these books came out. So there's just no really indicator in the books for me besides that plot line, and like I said, there could be on that Dumbledore's getting the books. Except for that, so um, we find that could have been all in his dream because it ends off with him looking like off in a window, underwear, otherwise, and him like looking at the blood bracelet around his arm, and we see Newt go and save a magical deer, and it looked like a deer to me. I can't remember the name right now of it right now, but I'm gonna call that's giving birth to a baby, and um, after it gives birth to the baby, it ends up getting killed by the Bag. I'm guessing the Balagadabra. They don't say the word, which I hate when they do that. They did that in the first, in the other Harry Potter movies too, where they just cast the spell. You had to guess what it was, but the color here was green. But it took forever for it to kill the creature, and that spell is supposed to kill you right away, not take I don't know 15 minutes, because then they had a battle afterwards, and then Newt came back to find it dying and find that it had twins. I don't know how they missed the fact there was a second baby, because they kidnapped the other one. So, and um and I don't know how Credence and the other I don't know what do you call Grindelwald's followers in this. They're not Death Eaters because this is Voldemort's a little kid during this time. So what would you call these guys? They don't get a name. I've noticed that. Have you noticed that these guys don't get a name? like the like Dumbledore, like Voldemort's followers did. They got the Death Eaters names, but these guys don't have that because these ain't the same people. I doubt they are. I mean, maybe some of them are. I don't know. Um, and they bring back the baby to Grindelwald, and he ends up killing it, and I guess reviving it later and making it like him, because the way this thing works, that it knows when you're pure apart and it bows down to you, which kind of remind me of I'm trying to think with the hippogriffs, but the hippogriffs only bow down to you when you respect them back. So it's kind of different because this thing bows down to you with your pure heart, but yeah. Um. Anyway, they end up go. Newt ends up having like a little meeting with a bunch of people after I think the animal teacher for how for Hogwarts right now, because she says she teaches Newt's book to her fifth years at Hogwarts. So I'm guessing that she has Hagrid's job before Hagrid had his job. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure they sent that teacher that Hagrid replaced. I'm not sure. They don't really showed her in the movies. So because they never really showed that class besides with Hagrid, and that was only the third movie. Even if they had lessons after that in the books, but I don't think that they don't do that in the movies because the lessons after that weren't important. They couldn't fit that into the movies. So because it's hard, because how humongous those books are. Anyway, he they end up after Jacob like proves himself worthy to this person he never met, because she makes it look like she's being harassed, and he comes out to save her, and they use a port book to teleport to a train, and then Newt tells everybody what to do. Like they tell his assistant to go and make a bunch of suitcases, even though they can just duplicate the suitcases if you don't remember. So they don't really need to do that. They go to the teacher, Newt, and Jacob go to learn about the minister of Germany, who is, I guess, the king, like the leader of all the of all the magical places, because he is being re-elected. They're doing a re-election, which probably came out of nowhere because I never discussed that anywhere at any of them, because Fudge and in the books was just the ministry for the England. He was not king of the whole entire magical world. I didn't know that even like we did not even know this was even existed. So the fact that it's just being brought up now, it's just weird. I don't know why Voldemort did try to do this, but I guess it's different because Voldemort and Grindelwald are trying to do two different things, and they're kind of similar, but not really. I don't know, but um, and Theseus, Noose's brother, ends up getting captured after he sees one of the followers, and gets taken to a prison where they have a little where Newt has to save him from a bunch of I think lobsters mixed with scorpions, um, and they had to do a dance. Which I don't know. I found it was pretty funny, and um, they end up ha- Jake gets game framed for being assassin because they gave Jacob a wand, which I guess only does one spell, and somehow works for a Muggle, and he ends up getting accused of wanting to kill Grindelwald because he only reason why he went over there was to ask him to let Queenie go because Queenie's on his side right now, and tries to. And it made it look like he's trying to kill him, which I don't think he was. He just made it look like that, and he's now wanted for murder. And because before this, I think Wonderbolt got put aside for all the things that he's done wrong everywhere, not just in one country, all countries. And now he is up for election for being the new king of wizards, which is weird. That they make a past criminal, even if the German guy thinks it's a good idea, because the ones who follow him will get mad about it, I guess. And they end up. So we find out that Credence is not Dumbledore's little brother, which is good because that did not make any sense to people who read the books at all. Because both his parents would have been dead, so that would make no sense. Instead, they made him Aberforth's son, which that makes more sense to me because Aberforth still lied to have a son when he had him. Unlike Dumbledore's parents, we don't know who the mom is, but he is able. It makes sense for him to be the dad, and the way they hint at it because through the window they have like a little text, which they never used in any of the books. That's why I don't like these this some of these movies because they keep on bringing new magic stuff up that were never brought in the movie. There was never brought in the movie. Never brought in the Harry Potter books. They never used this mirror thing in the other ones, and I just think that sometimes J.K. Rowling, because she's the one who writes the screenplays for these movies, that she forgot what she put in some of her in some of her books, because she keeps on making new things up and writing rewriting characters um, histories like she did with McGonagall, because McGonagall's in this movie because she was in the last movie, and I just think she just forgot what she did and she doesn't want to admit it because she's too proud, and not like she has to admit it because she has all that money she has. So, and she just says, "I planned this all along," like she did with Nagini, and Nagini is not even in this movie. So, what the hell? Um, so, and because that's when they first were doing the writing things, that's what I thought who Credence is writing to, because I thought him and her were like a thing, but I guess not because she's not even here. So, um, anyway, um, we find out what happened with the blood strand if Dumbledore ends up like acting against Winterbolt. I guess it hurts his arm and strength and chokes him. Anytime he attacks Dumbledore or even thinks about doing it. So it's kind of like what happened. So it's kind of the thing that happened with the ring, but I guess because that thing ultimately would have killed him in the sixth book if Snape didn't kill him. So but they don't clarify if Aberforth knew about the baby, because maybe the mom, whoever that was, didn't tell him and just decided to get rid of the kid. But I guess eventually they found out about each other somehow. Credence thought that was only one he could talk to was Aberforth, since he was going after Dumbledore, and everybody knows how Aberforth feels about Dumbledore because he blames him for Ariana's death. Um, and so, um, but if he knew about this kind of makes him a little bit of hypocritical, because he knew if he knew about it, and that means he would abandon his own son, like Dumbledore wanted to abandon Ariana when he was younger. So, and I think I like this one better than the last one, but I probably always like the first one the most because you got to see more of the animals in the first one. And if you know me, I love animals a lot, and I liked how Newt was acting with them like he understands them. Like we have some of that here, but it's like every single time we have a new movie, we get less and less of him doing what he did in the first movie. Usually it only happens to like the two that he always brings with him, which is the Nippler and the little twig, and those are like his favorites. But and then we have like a little time where he has a little dance with one of them and gets him inside of his suitcase, and we get two of that here. We got that with the magical deer, and he dances with the scorpion slash lobsters things here. So in the first movie, he was doing that all the time, and I missed that, and it always makes me want not to like the next movie. And the fact that they add new things to that were in the movie and were in the books before makes me not want to like them. And I do like some parts in this movie. I think all the actors did a great job in this movie. I try to put aside what's going on in real life with these actors because that's not the characters. So I decided to put that aside when I watched this movie, and but it still has somewhat the same problems here that the last movie did. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can still. So, like, there's some things that you can probably tell me in the comments what you guys think down below. But I would probably. And I'm glad that Queenie is back on the good side in this movie because I thought a lot of people think that they ruined her in the last movie. So I'm glad she's back on the good side of the ring in this movie because she got mad at Grindelwald for using the Cruciatus curse on Jacob um, after he got told no that he cannot be the king of the wizards because he used a zombified magical deer here and to make it look like he's pure of heart. Pick him. But then they find out that thing's dead, and then they have the real one, the twin, the one that's still alive, and um, that one bows down first to Dumbledore. But you know Dumbledore, he doesn't want to be leader of anything except for Hogwarts. He doesn't want to be the leader of the magical world or a minister. He just wants to be a teacher or a headmaster. He doesn't believe that he is the right person to do it, which he's not pure of heart, okay? He has he's he's corrected himself for what he's done in the past when he was younger, but he is definitely not pure of heart. So it doesn't make sense for him to be the one that's bowed down here. He doesn't even consider himself pure of heart. That's why he doesn't want to be a leader. And so um, they and so that ends up bowing down to somebody else. I don't even know the character's name, but it does kind of build up that maybe Newt or Jacob would be the one that would have bowed down to. But I don't think it would even bow down to a Muggle, and Newt probably wouldn't want to be a leader either because he would want to. He would probably say, "No, I have to take care of my animals, not take care of the magical world." So the same problem relies there. Both of them would have said no, and so yeah. But and I do wish Tina was in this movie more. I loved both him and Tina's conversation that they had in the last movie. Was one of the best things they had in the last movie. The entire thing where they said her eyes was like salamanders and stuff like that, and their chemistry is always very good. But we really don't only get that for like the very end of this movie, and because I guess Tina is too busy doing taking care of the ores in America, so she can't be in it. So I'm happy we got a little bit of her, but I wish we would have gotten more of the relationship because they had to kept on making it look like he was getting with his assistant instead. Because his assistant kept on like flirting with him, and it was weird. It like they're trying to make a love triangle, but Newt doesn't care about her like that. So it's like a one-sided love triangle. So, and we know he's gonna end up with Tina. So what's the whole entire point? So I don't know. I don't even remember what score I gave the last one. So do you want to tell me if you can watch back that video? You can tell me. Um, I'm gonna give this one a a 7 out of 10. So I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and bye bye.